It may be a new year, but we're diving back into 2024 to look through the meanest comments of the month for the previous month. All across the Chronicle network, F1, football, motoring, everything else. Not only on Microsoft, but we also look at the comments on YouTube, on the website, on Facebook. You know how this show is, guys. It's basically mean tweets, but in comment form on our various social media platforms. So let's dive in, guys, because there were some very funny ones here. Not everybody was having the Christmas cheer that we were hoping through December 2024. And we're going to start with my best friend, Thomas Ray, who is back at it again with comments. And I tell you what, as I record this in early January, he's already got some entries in for January 2025. So this is a man that is very committed to getting his opinions out, his very constructive criticisms on the F1Chronicle.com. So let's have a look at this. I mean, it's not just F1 actually, it's also football, motoring. This guy's one of my biggest fans, I must admit. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you for all the watch seconds and all the ad revenue that you give the Chronicle Network. It's very much appreciated. But you wouldn't guess that given the comments that this guy puts. He's put, "Oh dear, still going with the yak, 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 yak. You either talk about things that have already been discussed or stuff that is a waste of time. Anything to get your face on the internet," says the man who is trying to get his face on the internet as much as possible. And he succeeded, in fairness, because his face is on these videos every single month. And he will be for January 2025 as well. Maybe he'll change up his comments, or maybe he'll just repeat the same old garbage as normal. The very thing that he accuses me of doing here on the F1 Chronicles. So I'll let you guys make your mind up on that one. This one's actually quite funny. This is on Microsoft. So towards the... I don't know, when did I trim my beard? When did I trim my beard? I feel like it was midway through December. Listen, I was working flat out through December. It's hard when you're a full-time working single parent, you know. It's not easy. It really isn't easy, even when you do something you love like me and you also work at home all the time too. It is not easy by any means. But this person here, Baked Goods, and I'm not sure what their baked goods are actually referring to here, but there we go. Assuming this person's actually quite elderly, because they've put young man. Very much reminds me of Brian Clough. Young man. A trim and some beard oil, please. Well, listen, my girlfriend didn't mind the longer beard. She said she actually quite enjoyed it. So, you know, that's what really matters. But it did get to a point where it's a bit ridiculous. And it's one of them things, like, when you're in the moment and when you when you're there with the beard and it's as long as it is, you don't really clock on to how ridiculous it's getting. It's only once you trim it that you realise, oh, actually, I probably went a bit too far. I probably went a little bit too far last time. I'll try and find a picture of me with it at its most voluptuous recently, but yeah. Hey, look, I use beard moisturiser quite a bit, all right? It's very soft. It's very nice to touch. It might not look that way, but there we go. So I'm glad this person was concerned about my beard's welfare, though, with this comment here. And on that comment as well. I mean, I'll say this person's name, Gary Sparks, just because it's not really a mean comment. This is just funny. I hope you get some razor blades for your beard this Christmas. I didn't, because I don't shave it off. I just trim it. But I do use a little trimmer to do the edges. So I don't know why I've dedicated so much time in this video to talking about my beard. People like it. People like looking at it, I guess. But maybe Gary is not one of those people. I don't understand those people. This is just a bit of a side tangent here, but I don't understand those people who are obsessed with other people's bodies. And by that I mean things like piercings, things like tattoos, things like beards. The amount of comments I see from creepy people being like, oh, this person's so attractive. God, they've got no tattoos as well. Like, oh, that's great. You know, if they had tattoos, they'd be ruining the body. It's like, dude, like, shut up. It's their body. Let them do what they want to, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. They're not a plaything for you to look at and trying to, you know, dictate how they look like and what they wear and stuff like that. I mean, that's very much a side tangent, but yeah, I'm not comparing myself to what these models and, you know, actresses and stuff like that have to go through, but it is weird getting a very small amount of that, and it's weirdly dudes as well that are really telling me to have a shave. Like, come on, I'm sorry, but you're not my target audience in the sense of this is meant to, you know, this is meant to impress you or anything. That's not my aim here. Like, it's just because I can't be bothered to shave. Oh man, this is funny. So so on the motoringchronicle.com, I put a video out because my car got serviced a few months back, and I wanted to do a video about the courtesy car that I had because it was an EV, an electric vehicle. I'd never driven an EV before. And listen, I'll be honest, I didn't have it for that long. I only had it for that day, and I only used it a couple times just getting. I basically went to and from the garage where the car got serviced, and I also just popped to the shops in it as well. And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. You know, it was a decent car. I prefer my Kia personally because, you know, the seats are bolted on. That's a bit of a timely joke there. Check out the recalls video if you haven't already on motoringchronicle.com. That's an embarrassing one for Kia. But this person, I'm detecting a tinge of sarcasm in their response, and I think this is quite funny, to be honest. But this person's put, he's even driven vans. Clearly someone with a broad range of driving experiences. Personally, I enjoyed his rambling commentary. Thanks, I think. Feels a bit backhanded, but I'll take it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. You know, people can enjoy bad films. One of my favorite films to watch is The Room. It's absolute trash, but it's entertaining. It's fun. This bit makes me laugh the most. A man so set in his ways that he exclusively paddle shifts automatic. Technically wasn't paddle shifting, it was the gear lever. But yeah, I do choose to manually change gear in automatics. I know, I prefer it. It feels wrong otherwise. It doesn't feel right just going along the road and not having to shift gear. It really feels alien to me as someone who learned in a manual and drives a manual every day. His approach to EVs highlights a driving style that's uniquely his own. Yeah, thanks, I guess, again. While many EV drivers easily adapt to regenerative braking, he chooses not to. I only had it for a day. They didn't tell me about this sort of stuff. They just did the reversing cameras and the basic stuff. They didn't tell me about that stuff when I picked it up, right? That was all new to me. He chooses not to do it. It offers a fascinating glimpse into a way of thinking that's different but intriguing. I feel like I'm an animal in some sort of nature documentary or something. And this dude's like David Attenborough or something like that. He drives in a rather intriguing manner, unique and only his own. The whole video was genuinely entertaining and thought-provoking, a window into the sort of thinking that generates the more entertaining parts of the comment section of YouTube. So I've become the very thing I tried to destroy or don't like. I am his mean comment, if that makes sense. I am his mean videos. He's judging me, and now I'm judging him. The circle is complete. The circle of life, the internet viral circle itself. Man, honestly, that is a great comment. Look, as long as you've been entertained by it, as long as you like it, that's what I want to do. I want to bring people joy by making these videos, whether it's informative, whether it's kind of funny, whether it's just covering the events, whether it's a news thing, or whether it's laughing at people's comments, you know? As long as I'm entertaining people, that makes me happy, and that makes you guys happy as well. So that's really what matters here. Everyone's a winner. David Marsh, though, he doesn't really agree with this. I mean, I know I said I wouldn't say people's names to protect them, but you know what? I don't care anymore, to be honest. You know, you're putting your things out in a public forum like this, and you're just trying to insult me. So, you know what? The least I can do is honour your name. David Marsh put, please find his off switch. I'd rather you not go rooting around trying to find an off switch on me, thanks. I'm good, thanks, mate. I'll keep doing this. And the thing is, a lot of people don't realise, I think, when they comment. I mean, let's be honest here, these people are missing a few brain cells a lot of the time. David may or may not be one of those people, but this is my full-time job. This isn't just some hobby I do. This is what I do to earn a living. So, I'm sorry. Sorry for doing my job, mate. Leslie Moxon has put a few comments on my videos just calling me a boring clown. Well, you clicked on the video, mate. You commented on it. And you're also hiding behind the picture of a car in your profile picture. Real brave you are. Nice one, Les. And again, this Fabiola Bauman, I've seen a few comments from this person. Again, just on the lines of, this is my job. Like, they've put, it's important to get up and move instead of sitting all the time. Walk around, spend time with your family, and engage in activities that show you genuinely have a family. I truly have doubts about this. Well, first of all, I don't want to engage in family activities as part of my videos. That's my private life. I'd rather not have my son on these videos. Like, why do you want to see that? You want to see a live stream of me and my son in the living room just chilling out, maybe playing with some Lego or something? Do you want to see that? It's like Big Brother hidden found footage camera style or something? I have no idea, man. I don't get it. Like, this is my job. Like, I don't know what you do for work. I don't know if you work or just comment on random videos on the internet all the time. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I won't go into your place of work and be like, You need to stop working. You need to get out and get a life. You know, people doing 9 to 5, you just don't do it. For one, it's in person, so these people don't have the cojones to do that. But in you know, just on a second point of thing, you don't do that. You just don't do that to people. It's just rude. David Marsh again, my good mate Dave. However did we manage before this bloke appeared? Maybe in your case, not very well. What a stupid heading. If you're gonna go for Christmas, it'll be the motorway that goes there, not necessarily the favourite. David, let me just introduce you to something called SEO. And that is what the best practices. That is why headlines are the way they are. It's the same as newspapers. Newspapers do some clickbaity headlines, but in paper form, or in the case of their actual web pages, literally clickbaity headlines. And I'm not saying this video is particularly clickbait. I don't think it was. It was just one on motoringchronicle.com, just saying, just going over which is the nicest motorway on the UK to travel. And because it was Christmas time, I thought, well, let's make it a bit Christmassy. Let's say these are the ones that people prefer to travel on this Christmas, because a lot of people travel home for Christmas, driving home for Christmas and all that. One of my favorite songs that time of year. And the thing is, everybody was fine with this. Like, this video got viewed hundreds of thousands of times, actually. It did really well. But clearly Mr. Marsh is not a fan of it. And the weirdest thing about this comment, I replied to it. I don't normally reply to people on MSN in particular because, you know, I think a lot of the time I don't want to engage with negative comments in particular. It's not, and I don't have the time to reply to all the comments. We get hundreds of comments every single week, so I can't reply to them even if I wanted to. But I just replied on the F1 Chronicle account because, you know, that's how it does. I don't know why, but I can't reply on motoring for motoring. It's weird. Microsoft don't do that for some reason. But I just replied saying, well, yeah, obviously a survey was conducted. I went over the results of said survey and gave my thoughts. I don't see the problem here, which is exactly what this was. A lot of my videos, especially on motoring, are going over survey results, opinion polls, and I'm giving my opinion on the opinion effectively. You know, I'm giving my take on that and also reporting on it so people can see it. And then they replied saying, exactly. So you agree with me? You agree that you're wrong? I mean, I guess it's never too late. Yeah, so this one, which video was this now? This was a Football Chronicle video from months ago on the MLS, Major League Soccer, over in the United States. And by mistake, instead of saying Luis Suarez, I said Daniel Suarez. And I didn't clock onto it until after the video had been out, and this video has been out for months now. Daniel Suarez is a NASCAR driver, and that's why I got mixed up there. Absolute brain fade moment, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, Luis Suarez plays for Inter Miami in MLS. Daniel Suarez races in NASCAR, races in stock cars. But yeah, I mean, if they're gonna have a go at me for this, I'm going to have a go back. So this person put, I stopped watching after he said Daniel Suarez. Disliked and reported for misinformation. And I just replied saying, who's misinformation? Never met her before. Still not met her. The misinformation featured in the first mean comments, I believe. Still not met her. She sounds lovely though. And then this is unbelievable. So this one, I think, was on the F1 YouTube channel, and it was to do with Sergio Perez. And basically, again, some people took issue with what I put as the title. Again, you have to play the game, man. You gotta play the game. Everybody's playing the game. Big people, little people on YouTube, they're all playing the game. That's how it works. You gotta do it. Basically, I said that Sergio Perez might go to Ferrari. Now, people assumed that meant a Ferrari race seat in 2025. But if you actually watched the video, I made it very clear that it's not that. It's actually not even a reserve role. It would be in the Ferrari hypercar program in the World Endurance Championship. After all, he is a former Ferrari Academy driver back in the day. And someone really took offense to this, and he said, this something has more views than it deserves. I've had to bleep out the word there. You can tell what it is. And then someone just doubled down on this. It was just like, click to dislike so that others do not get on their feed. Well, you failed there, mate, because a lot of people actually viewed it, and it did go down pretty well in the end, that video, but you can't please everybody. Everybody is a critic. And yeah, I did give a mention to Jaguar as well in there. Well, more than a mention. I made a very long video about Jaguar's rebranding, which has been extremely controversial. Done that over on the motoringchronicle.com. Basically, in my opinion, I think it's a load of rubbish. I can't believe what Jaguar has done. They have absolutely just... I don't even know how they've come to this conclusion, where they're just like, a boardroom full of people are just like, yeah, that's what we want to be. That's great. Let's do that. You know, this had to get designed, approved, manufactured. Nobody thought, what are we doing here, guys? But some people really got offended by this. Listen, I'm just giving my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's fine. Not a problem. This person, though, did take offense to it. Very sensitive people on YouTube at times. Maybe if you had a clue, you would have more than an egg cup full of subscribers. Well, I mean, we've got like 250 on the YouTube channel, which isn't a lot on motoring, admittedly. But on Microsoft, we have thousands. I don't know how many we've got now. I think we must be getting close to maybe 10K on there, actually. It's been going up a lot. So, yeah. We have more. That's a big egg cup if that's what you're talking about. All our subscribers, all of our followers on different social medias, it's got to be about 10,000 or so. So if you could fit 10,000 eggs in an egg cup, or if you're using eggs as subscribers, I don't know. Maybe you're using molecules and that's what you mean. Grains of rice, even that'd struggle to fit in. This person as well on motoringchronicle.com. You know, I honestly think, I don't know what people do before coming to the comment section on YouTube and they get absolutely triggered. This was a video about, what was it about now? Something to do with UK Road Network. And I mentioned about the City of London and I mentioned about the M1 as well. This person took such an offense to it as well. Honestly, it's embarrassing. Paul, I think the name is going off of their username. They put, the City of London is not enveloped, in brackets, equals completely surrounded by Westminster. It is. It is. I mean, unless you're thinking of the River Thames, which runs along it. But what's on the other side of the River Thames? Westminster. Use your damn eyes. Maybe this person's blind. Maybe that would explain why they can't actually see their comments. Because if they could read what they've put, I don't think they would have put it personally. But that's just my opinion. And they also put on the same video another comment. The M1 in Northern Ireland is nothing to do with the M1 in the UK. Really? You mean the M1 in Northern Ireland is nothing to do with the M1 in Great Britain or England? Your film? I made a film. Guys, I'm a director. I make cinema films now. You can watch the motoringchronicle.com at your local cinema. We're filmmakers here, guys. And this epitomizes why it's a bad idea to trust everything one hears on the internet. Well, yeah, do your fact checking, obviously. Look, that was a slip of the tongue. I will admit, I did mess up a little bit on that. For those that don't know, the UK, the United Kingdom, is basically England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Great Britain is the island of Great Britain, so it is Scotland, Wales, and England. You knew what I meant, though. You knew what I meant. People make that mistake all the time, especially in a longer video like that. I probably should have corrected myself on it, but it's a term that is confusing for a lot of people. I know the difference, but at the end of the day, I'll hold my hands up on that one. I made a mistake, but dude, just chill your beans. Same with Ian Bowman as well, in full caps. This is how you can tell people are unhinged, when they reply in full caps. What a load of tosh. Touche. And then I've been doing a few, like, you know, kind of explainer videos on F1, and one of the ones I did quite recently was one about why there's sparks coming out the back of Formula 1 cars, because people might not know, or they might, you know, people might not care. I don't know. The Stephen guy, though, I think he's in the no care camp, but then again, he's just completely said that I'm wrong here, but he's wrong to say I'm wrong. Let me just say this. So he says, why do sparks come out of F1 cars? Answer, sparks don't come out of F1 cars. So why are you asking the question on the title? They do. They literally do. Watch an F1 race. They come out of the back of F1 cars. It's what they do. I'm not going to tell you why. Click on the video and find the answer, but it happens. I can confirm they exist. I mean, then again, some sections of the internet believe that there's certain events that are faked and nothing is real and everything's a conspiracy. So, Stephen, I think you're a tinfoil hat wearer in Formula 1. I think you're a conspiracy theorist. The sparks aren't real. It's all part of the TV graphics. F1 puts that in post-production. None of the races are live. Formula 1 is a lie. And then this person put as well, what a total pick. Now, I know for a fact on Microsoft that you can't swear in comments and you can't swear in videos either. It won't let you put a comment with got a swear word in it or any kind of rude word, and same with video as well. It will automatically just not accept it. And I mean, I've had enough of people saying stuff like that, and that's just my response. Takes one to know one, Bill. So, Bill, you're a total pick as well, I must say. Oh, Angela Masters. Angela Masters is in the January edition as well. She has made some real terrible comments on Microsoft for sure. Really? Isn't going to happen unless the manager, RA, changes his system and applies new tactics. If he doesn't axe, could start to swing, and the Queen would say, another one bites the dust. And then I just corrected them with their incorrect spelling of tactics there. They put an apostrophe when they didn't need one. I can't really remember even what video that's on, to be honest, but yeah. And then the final one. This is probably the worst one of the lot. This is terrible, actually. Now, this person here, Daphne, I'm going to call them, going off their username here. So recently I did the grades video. So for those that don't watch the F1 Chronicle regularly, you'll see that, you know, I do quite a few videos on grades. I graded all the teams and drivers in mid-season in 24. I did the same at the end of the season too. Now I put a post up because it's a longer video. So this is a long video as well, to be fair. A lot of mean comments in December. Absolute Scrooges, you lot, honestly. What's going on here? But most of you guys are great. Don't get me wrong on that one. The support we've had through this month has been mammoth, so thank you so much. But yeah, this person comments on my stuff quite a bit. Now, when I do the grades videos, I put on a little graduation outfit just for a bit of fun. You know, it's just, I bought it a little bit ago and I thought, you know, it'd just make the videos a bit unique rather than just dudes sitting in the office and giving grades out. So I've got a little chalkboard thing, I put the grades on, you know, it's just a bit of fun, totally not controversial. But this person just put some of the weirdest comments on my videos. Like, they comment quite a bit. This is one of the more sane ones in a way, but it's also pretty dodgy, I'll be honest. But they just put, in the Netherlands, we don't dress up for grades, it's just grades. Which, I mean, it's a bit of a dead comment, but I get where they're coming from with it, because, like, we don't dress up for grades. I mean, we do for graduation, but to get grades from, like, school and stuff, we don't dress up for that. Just come in regular clothes, man. But, you know, I just put a reply to this. I don't normally reply too much on the YouTube. I leave that to James for the most part. But I just replied to this one. I said, we don't either in the UK, but this is just a bit of fun. So I like putting this costume on. And then underneath they put, yeah, like a drag queen. You know, I'm just going to leave that. I'm not even going to comment on how dumbass that comment is. And, you know, I'm not going to call for any repercussions, obviously, from this. But I tell you what, you are lucky that I don't take offense very easily. I know a lot of people that would take offense to that, and I can see why. I just don't care personally. But I wasn't even going to put this one in originally. But with that comment being down, I'll say it. It's well, that could easily be offensive to people for sure, without a doubt. I thought I'd just highlight that, and I'm not going to comment on it any further than that. But we've reached the end of the road, guys. It's been an absolute treasure trove of fantastic, lovely, positive comments that have been completely sane and sensical. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, but it's been fun. It's been the longest. I think this is the longest mean comments we've done. We've already got plenty of good entries for January. Some repeat offenders are in there as well. I wonder if these people know they're in the mean comments. I do reply to some of them on occasion, just like, oh, you're in the mean comments with that. I wonder if they actually watch these. And yeah, you know, sincerely, I hope you had a good time. You know, whether you're a mean commenter or whether you're a positive commenter, I hope you enjoyed this one. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2025. New year, same old commenters and same old mean commenters as well. So yeah, we'll see you very soon for some more sane Formula 1 action. And of course, at the start of February, we'll be back with the mean comments for January as well. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a good one.